Well, the New Orleans Sewerage and Water Board is now on a timeline to replace lead pipe, every lead pipe in the city of New Orleans. This project, mandated by the Environmental Protection Agency, addresses what they call a public health emergency. Lead pipes were commonly used up until the late 1980s.
But here in New Orleans, there are still thousands of them feeding water into homes, schools, and businesses. WDSU's Jonah Gilmore sat down with the executive director of the Sewerage and Water Board to get a closer look at what's being done and how it will impact you.
Roughly 15,000 lead water lines are running from the streets onto properties in New Orleans, and yours could be one of them.
I think it's a safety issue. And I think, I don't know what people can do about it other than the Sewerage and Water Board replace it.
And they will, but the Sewerage and Water Board says it could take 10 years to remove every lead pipe in the city.
It affects the water quality.
That's why you're able to go to this interactive tool on the utilities website, put in your address, and you can see whether your house, school, gym, or friend's house could have lead pipes. But you see these gray dots? This means the pipe material is unknown and it's unclear when you and the utility could find out. Dan Duplass used the tool to check the status of his property, which has been rented out for years. The website says his pipe material is unknown, but Duplass says that unknown is reason enough to tell his tenants.
It's important to let them know what their risks are, if there's any risk involved, and to check it out to see if there's, a danger to them.
But that's on a voluntary basis because right now there's no law or ordinance that requires your landlord to disclose any information about lead pipes to tenants.
As a landlord, it would be ethical to share with your renters the existence of lead.
New Orleans City Councilman Joe Giarrusso says legislation could be changed, but
that'd be more at the state level because they deal so much more with that space than we do.
Giarrusso says disclosing the information to renters should be done as a courtesy, but seemed to shut down the idea of making that courtesy into a requirement.
Every time you do a new regulation, people complain no matter what happens and how the process is. And look, the person who owns the house is usually not responsible for the fact that the lead pipe was there.
It took the Sewerage and Water Board 2 years to find the roughly 15,000 contaminated lines, and they still have 119,000 to check. Executive Director Ghassan Korban says the need for more testing is clear.
People want to know, and now the question is, what do you do now? What do you do with that information?
That information Korban speaks of comes from plumbing records, lead test kit results, meter install dates, and census data.
So the scope of that work will be to investigate and ascertain what type of material these service lines are made of.
Time is of the essence. That's why the utility is working to find bids for the removal while still identifying the remaining pipes.
That would allow us to focus on all the schools in the city as well as daycares.
Research shows when it comes to children, low levels of lead exposure could cause serious health consequences. The Center for Disease Control says just small amounts of lead in a child's blood could lead to developmental delays, difficulty learning, and behavioral issues.
Mainly the children of age 6 or below. These are the most vulnerable population.
So far, $86 million have been secured from the state revolving fund, but the utility will have to apply for an additional $66 million. And even those $152 million, Korban says it's not enough.
We hope to have continued funding, but today we can do maybe 10%. So we have to have some kind of prioritization of where we go first.
Councilman Giarrusso isn't opposed to allocating additional funds, but he says he wants to see the first phase of the project kick off before that happens.
The fact that it's phased in, it will take time, makes me feel better about what's going on. And look, when Sewerage and Water Board goes to fix these emergencies, they're really good at doing it. So my hope is they give the same urgency to the lead.
As for Duplass, he's hoping the first phase is a breeze, as many people are counting on the utility to rid the city of a material that has plagued water pipes for years.
You can wait for the Sewerage and Water Board to hopefully one day change it.
Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.
Sewage and Water Board says they will start the first phase early next year. If you'd like to see if the service lines at your home are lead pipes, we have a link to the inventory tool on our website, WDSU.com.